Hello and welcome. Friends, today I'm going to be showing you how to make one of my favorite childhood dishes. You know, when you see that red sauce, I'm already melting. This recipe is amazing for family gatherings, for the holidays, to make it in bulk, put it in your freezer and defrost it and put it over your rice, to make it in your burritos, your tacos, your tostadas, your gorditas, you name it. This is a spectacular dish and I hope you guys enjoy how I prepare it. Set your pot on a medium heat and add some oil, okay? You want that oil to get really hot.
Estás vendiendo carne.
Carne, carne, carne para deshebrar. Carne. It's funny because that's how I speak to Raja. Go ahead and add your chuck meat. And you want to cut it into small cubes. Depends, you know, you got the hungry man at home or the hungry mom. Make them a little bigger, but if they're for kids, just chop them up a little bit smaller. I'm going to go ahead and sear our meat, and that should take me about 8 minutes or so. So hang tight, enjoy the ride. It's views on the road, everybody.
You almost stepped on your son back there.
Fresh baby. How happy is that water? Look at all those bubbles.
Seriously.
Right? Okay, so while we're searing our chuck meat, we're going to go ahead and add our Guajillo Chiles, and we're going to boil them about 10 to 15 minutes just until they soften up. So if they don't look dry, that means they're ready to come out. Make sure that you take as many of the seeds as you can out. Okay? Sometimes it's a little harder when they're so dry to take them all out.
I find like they taste the best when they're super dry like that though. Like once you rehydrate them, I don't know why.
You know what? I think so too.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's more like of a roast that you would get, right? Yeah.
Feels smokier. The theme for today is smoky apparently.
Smoky. Okay, so while we're searing our meat, you want to sprinkle a little bit of salt. It's about half a teaspoon. Friends, make sure that you are looking in the description area for the details and measurements for your ingredients. You guys are skipping and then you're asking me, well, let's help each other out. Look in the description area.
Oh, she's calling out the skippers.
Hey, skippies.
It's always the skippers that have like the most obvious question, right? Like the funniest obvious question.
Seriously, don't worry, the Views Club knows, and we know that you're busy, you know, with your family and things like that, but the recipe's there for you guys in detail, and as you see, I talk a lot and I add a lot of steps.
But they're the first to humble themselves and say, sorry, I missed that part.
I know, I love them too. You know, for those of you wondering why my videos are so long, it's not for monetizing. Obviously, I do YouTube, there's monetization and rewards to cooking, but I love cooking in general, and if I'm going to teach you how to cook, I can't skip too many of the things like time frames and looks to your food, because we have a lot of kids that are learning to cook and new chefs, so let's inspire them by teaching them how to do it the right way. Yeah, I'm not going to be mom the whole time.
You were mom the other day.
I know, it's the holiday season. I want to make sure everybody's taken care of, you know?
Yes.
All right, friends, I'm going to continue to sear this for a little bit longer, and I'll let you know my time frame when I get back. Es fácil para ti el abandonarme.
Who sings that?
No sabes, mija.
No.
No te voy a decir. You guys tell her in the comments. Apparently she doesn't know.
What is it again?
Llevándote mis sentimientos, llevándote mis sentimientos.
The way you were singing it was a little questionable. ¿Qué estás haciendo aquí? Okay,
back to business. I like to add potatoes to my delicious blend, but for you guys, it's going to be optional. So what I do is I pre-cook my potatoes before I add it to anything, right? It keeps the shape and it doesn't fall apart mushy. You want to boil it for about, usually it takes me about 12 minutes, and it's going to depend on your burner, obviously, and how many potatoes you pile up in here, but usually it takes me 12 minutes. I strain this and then I add it. Well, you guys will see when I add it.
That pot has been around since I was a child. I remember my mom making arroz in that pot when I was like a kid.
Yeah.
Like tiny kid, like from kindergarten coming to school.
Yeah. Don't get offended, friends. All you bougie people, don't get offended. This is an old school little pot.
Yeah. It was either fideo or rice would be in there.
Yeah. Yep, I'm used to that. Or she would put a blend of her chile in here sometimes.
Yeah, that was later for dinner though. I'm talking when I got home from school. That's why we had to finish up the food in there.
Yeah. Raja, you guys, Raja is I think he's a Parson Jack Russell Terrier because you know he's a mix, but he is definitely very active.
In part, travel. Like
in
he's
travel, he is.
He's such a little troublemaker.
Raj, baby, Raja, where's your little mama?
Does he?
Yes, he does.
He just met you. He doesn't know any better. He does love you. I'm just teasing you, Raja.
He knows being a teaser. So we're in about 4 minutes. We're just gonna come in, you know, mix this around. I know I usually like, you know, tell you guys the impurities and all these things, but for this dish, don't worry about it. It's gonna add flavor on this one. It's just the caldos and the soups are different, you know?
Yeah, you want the caldo to be smooth going down your throat. You don't want to be sorting through anything.
Well, girl, I don't know. Like, this is how we've always made this, so. Me gusta mucho. It's one of my favorite. I don't know, I'm a foodie. I say everything's my favorite. So today, this is my favorite. All right, I'm going to continue searing this a little bit longer, and I'll see you shortly. Okay, our chiles are nice and soft. So remember, wait till it cools about 10-15 minutes, and then blend.
Well, if you're happy, I'm happy.
Oh. You know what? That's why I love you. You guys, I just want to let you guys know that I'm very grateful for my sister.
What?
Yes.
I'm getting shy.
No, don't get shy. Like, I always have fun cooking, but having your company just magnifies it. And we have a lot of great friends on here, too. We all just laugh at each other.
Yes.
Right? We have a good time.
I'm grateful for you guys, too.
Let me add a little bit of my liquid in here for blending. Ooh. So I'm going to let this cool about 8 minutes, and then I'm going to blend.
Sounds good.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend a little bit. I'm going to open and let any kind of steam that we have out, and then I'm going to blend again. But if you're using your blender, you already know what you're doing. No soy yo, está quebrada esta cosa. Be quick about it, because if you produce too much steam when you're blending in this bullet, it's gonna bust because you won't even be able to get it open. Okay? So let it steam out.
Come on.
There we go. See? You gotta let enough of that steam out. We're all set. Our meat looks pretty cooked. Let's head on over. Okay, it's been 12 minutes. And we have a really good sear. Everything smells delicious. I love cooking with chuck because that browning that we have right there, the one that's the impurities and something else, they actually provide so much flavor in here. And I just love beef broth. I prefer beef. Yeah, I prefer beef over pork, to be honest. But maybe not with chilorio. Gosh, I can't pick.
It's like eating the marrow, right?
Yeah.
Like that flavor.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add some water. Okay? And I'm going to add enough water to cover our beef. See that? Then I'm going to add some water in here just so that I get everything out. So it's probably be like 1/4 of water in the cup. If you think my measurement in the cup is off, ask my sister. I'm usually pretty right on.
We've gotten into so many arguments over this where I'll take out the measuring cup or the measuring spoons and measure exactly what she's saying, and she's always spot on.
It's pretty.
Give or take a drop.
A drop or two. And when I fail, I'm like, ah.
Bartending taught you a lot.
Yeah, it did. Don't get started because they'll be like, we want Buse Cantina, and I'm like, I can't do it. I don't like you guys see me intoxicated too many times.
Wow. And I don't drink, así es que.
Pues sí, Cloud quit drinking alcohol, you guys.
Yep. Not that I would drink a lot anyway. Like, it was very mild when I would drink.
I mean, if I drink, I like whiskey usually. Everybody knows that, but I think after my last tequila session, that's what I'm into.
Yeah, it was one of those nights where I went too deep into researching like what happens to our body when we process alcohol and all this stuff. So I was just like, I can't anymore. God bless everybody. I can't do it.
Yeah. Okay. Look at that deliciousness. Okay, now it's time to add our flavor. You guys ready? Well, the chile on its own is a great flavor, but you guys already know what's coming up. You guys know what that is? Cloud, please tell everybody what this is.
Chicken bouillon.
Your cumin.
Mm-hmm. No, please, no. I thought you wanted me to continue.
Yeah, continue.
Pepper?
Now. Pepper to what?
To taste.
That's right.
But the recommendation will be in the description box.
Woo! High five to you, girl. Yeah. Woo! Go ahead and stir this around. Just like that.
Te apuesto que así se siente México.
En la piel.
Así se siente México. Así se siente México. Smells so good in here.
Okay, friends, this is going to be an optional style to add your onions. I have about 6 ways that I make this, okay? So it just depends on who I'm cooking for that I switch it up, but I'm going to add my onions at this part. Yeah, it's different from when you saute them to when you add them fresh at this part, because you still get a little bit of the bite into it, and also it's releasing all the juices into that broth. Mm-hmm. You know, like when you blend it, it's different. And instead of like water, if you were to add the chili water, it changes the flavor profile of this dish. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on a medium heat, and I'm going to let this cook. I'm thinking it's going to be about 6 minutes, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay, friends, it's been 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and add my garlic. And if you're going to be like, I'm going to forget, no, you won't forget, because you're going to add it right before you add your potatoes. Okay? So after your garlic, we're adding our potatoes. And it's our pre-cooked potatoes, okay?
Girl, I tasted that broth and it took my breath away.
That's what it's about. I hear all of our friends have been cooking for their families, and they are like, it's funny to me.
Here.
Oh, can't see there. It's funny to me because that's what it's about, cooking for your family, being happy and joyful, you know? Mm-hmm. Gotta make it fun. Once your carne con chile is ready, it's gonna be up to you. I like to keep more broth in here because we love it when we have a bowl of rice. You add all your carne con chile colorado, and it's just divine, that sauce in the rice. Or I like it when I have my, I get my tortillas and I dip it in and it's dripping. That's my thing. So I'm gonna leave it this thick, but for you guys at home, if you want it thicker, more of a stewy, you have to cook it a little bit longer, okay? Once you turned your pot off, you're gonna add your oregano. And let me tell you, you don't wanna overcook your oregano. That's why you wanna add it at this point.
And that's Mexican oregano.
It is Mexican oregano. And you're just gonna mix it well in here. You see our potatoes didn't mash up?
Beautiful.
It's okay to pre-boil them, friends. Show off with your family. So you're gonna add your oregano, and you're gonna let this sit here for about 4 to 5 minutes because it's gonna allow everything to blend well together. And while this is setting, I'm gonna warm up my tortilla because you know we're gonna taste this.
I feel a song coming on for this carne con chile.
I thought we were gonna start with your Earth, Wind, and Fire. Sing a song.
No. When I feel a song coming on, it's for you usually, and it's, did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I would like to be.
Girl, you're feeling my heart right now.
Look at her. 'Cause I can fly high.
Stop, you're gonna make me cry in front of everybody.
'Cause you are the wind beneath my wings.
Thanks, sis. I love you too.
Back to this tortilla. Guys, we get romantic with each other, okay? I'm sorry.
We're sisters, we love each other. Friends, if you're not practicing your tortillas, you know you have to get mommy's zone, get serious before I cry. But if you haven't practiced your tortillas, you need to practice it at least once a month. Perfect it. I have a variety of tortilla recipes. for you, and each recipe has different techniques, okay? So I'm gonna put it in the description area for the 1 dozen tortillas.
If our great grandmother could see us now with this comal.
She'd be so proud. I definitely feel very honored when I use it.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need anything else. Tortillas, aquí está, ready for dipping.
Yes.
Ooh, oh my god, it's too hot. I used a different flour today and I wasn't too crazy about it. I've been fussing about it all day.
You've been fussing at me because I'm the one that told you to get it.
All right.
We wanted to try an organic flour from the same brand that we use, and it didn't work out for us.
No, friends, it did it. Let's get a taste. Okay, friends, if you don't like to watch people eat, you don't want to watch me taste this because I'm such a naughty girl with this. I really am. Naughty girl. Apparently, I feel like I'm too again. You gotta get in here, get it full of sauce, and just go to town. Girl, this is gonna make me cry. It's so good. It reminds me of my childhood. It reminds me of my mother.
Yeah, it took my breath away when I had it. So good, sis. You did a good job. You did it outstanding.
Yeah. So get in, get dirty, and honestly, whether it's rice, tortillas, I like this with flour tortillas, but you know, if you give me a spoon, I don't mind. I'll just spoonful it in.
Buen provecho, you worked hard and you've made us proud.
Yeah. This is such a spectacular dish. It really is. Oh my goodness. I wanted to say what one of our friends told me on Instagram. Ya me puedo casar. I can get married already.
Again.
Again. Cloud and I want to thank you guys so much for joining us this holiday season and making recipes for our family. Not everything's going to be a holiday recipe, but we are going to be making family meals. So on that one, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye! Adios! You didn't want to say anything today? No dijiste bye? That's so